the Thunderbirds look to avenge a home loss on Saturday against the California Baptist Lancers. Dallin Richards along with Tegan Lewis bringing you Southern Utah men's basketball here on Thunder 91 as we start with the Cabuto pregame show. Taking Southern Utah coming in off a tough loss to Tarleton on Saturday. Just a 3-point game, 62-59. The Thunderbirds had a chance late to tie it, just couldn't find the bottom of the net from deep.
Yeah, it was a really good game. Thunderbirds played very, very well. Tarleton, coming in from Texas elevation in the AFEC, it was a great matchup. Thunderbirds just not quite able to get it over the top at the end of it.
And one thing is for certain, when the Texans and Thunderbirds play, it will be a close matchup. Matchup one this season was a 106-105 thriller for the Thunderbirds in the win. This last one, though, on Saturday, they fell 62-59. They were led, as always, by Elijah Duval with 18 points. Jaden Farrow neared a double-double at 15 points, 9 rebounds. Have to find a way, though, to take care of the ball. Those 19 turnovers, something Rob Jeter talked about. They have to clean up against the Lancers tonight.
Yeah, when you get near 20 turnovers, it's really hard because you're giving a team so many opportunities where you're not even getting a shot attempt, not even getting an opportunity to score. You never want to give your opponents that extra advantage.
And especially when you add in a poor shooting night. Texans, one of the best defensive teams in the WAC. This score more expected from them than the 106-105 round one match between the two teams. But they held Southern Utah to just 36% shooting from the field, 35% from three. But the Thunderbirds also only got to the free throw line 8 times going into tonight against a Lancers team that loves to get to the free throw line. They have to be more physical, down low, and be aggressive.
Yeah, protecting the paint is going to be one of the biggest things. I mean, they have the first and third leading shot blockers in the WAC in Cottrell and Farrow. They have a really big advantage already down low with the defense. They just have to do it without fouling. Don't send the other team to the line. But then on offense, they have to do the exact opposite. They've got to push the contact and get the defenders in foul trouble.
And you talk about the size that Southern Utah has. Jaden Farrow and Isaiah Cottrell both expected to start again later tonight as per usual. And California Baptist has a little bit of size on the other end as well, with Brady Hennig at 7 foot, but just a sophomore going up against a couple seniors. Thunderbirds have to use that experience to their advantage as well.
Yeah, everything that California Baptist could possibly throw at them, they've seen it before, whereas for a younger player, they probably don't have as many in-game reps as the two seniors do.
And on the other side, for the Lancers, they started 0-3 in WAC play, which was a big surprise to everybody to start conference play as the preseason favorites for this season. But the Lancers since then have done nothing but win. 8-0, 8-game winning streak coming into tonight, including a 58-55 win in Riverside against the Thunderbirds earlier this season. That was win 2 of 8 in a row for the Lancers, but a lot of close games have come during that 8-game win streak.
Yeah, we talked about it. There's not been very many at all. They're 4-1 when the games are decided by 5 points or less. This team just knows how to close tight games. The clutch play is all right there. They're getting it done offensively and defensively. Just when it comes down the stretch, they're just really, really elite when it comes to closing out their wins.
And a close game was what they had on Saturday in Riverside as well against Abilene Christian. It was a 65-63 win for the Lancers, defending their home court where they're undefeated this season, but they were led once again by Dom Daniels, one of the best scorers in the conference.
Yeah, he had 21 points in their win. And one thing I noticed as well, for a team that's so prolific on the offensive glass, they had 12 offensive rebounds in that contest. They only have 4 second chance points. So what that tells me is while they're getting the offensive rebounds, they're not going back up, or the ball's not falling to them in the right spots for them to get those easy buckets on the putback.
And Dom Daniels on the season, just under 22 points a game, good for second in the WAC this season. Martell Williams, the former Thunderbird, also added 12 points, but it was all from the free throw line for the Lancers on Saturday, something that Southern Utah has to prevent here tonight at home.
Yeah, I mean, they shot 34 free throws, hitting 24 of them. And Southern Utah, if they're going to win this game, they can't give them those easy trips to the charity stripe.
As we'll continue with the Cabuto pregame show after this, you're listening to Thunderbird basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us, Bullock's, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Welcome back inside the AFEC in the Kabuto pregame report. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis alongside me, bringing you Thunderbird men's basketball here live on Thunder 91. And this is round 2 between Southern Utah and California Baptist. The first one here in Cedar City this season. Back on January 10th, it was a 58-55 win for the Lancers in Riverside as they got their second of 8 wins in a row in that one. But Southern Utah did what they needed to against one of the WAC favorites going into that game. They played really good defense and gave themselves a chance there at the end.
Yeah, and I think if we're going to have a similar game to the last one, I think just being on your home court might give you enough to break that 3-point deficit and turn it into an advantage. Just A, because of the elevation difference from here to Riverside, California, that's pretty big. And B, your home fans are always cheering for you. It's way easier to play at home, especially for guys maybe that aren't used to big crowds. When you're playing at home, everyone's cheering for you. It's so much easier than when you're going against a rival school.
And the way the WAC is going this year, nothing goes according to plan in this conference as things get wacky, especially heading towards WAC Vegas, now less than a month away. But you have to find a way to defend your home court. California Baptist has done that this year. They're 12-0. Southern Utah is playing well at home as well at 6-3, though coming off a tough loss. Interested to see how Southern Utah bounces back and what they can take away from that game in January in Riverside.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think after the first matchup, it can be a little bit of a feel-out game. You're going to see the tendencies that your opponents have. I think when you're coming into this game, you have a lot more film, first of all, to look at, and you have your own film. Because when you're looking at film from other teams playing your opponent, it's a lot harder because you don't know the personnel exactly that the other teams have. But after you already have one full game of film of your own players, you know the tendencies, you know the different systems that you have to run to be successful.
And then you also add in, usually in a typical season, after the second game in a regular season, you can toss the scouting reports. Maybe you pull them back out during the conference tournament, not in the WAC. You play every team 3 times. It's the regular season finale for these 2 teams between each other in what could potentially be a rubber match here in the AFEC as well. And as you look at the WAC standings, everything is close to each other, and anybody can beat anyone on any given night. We've already seen it. Southern Utah's beaten Utah Valley here in the AFEC already this season, as them and California Baptist are tied up at the top of the WAC standings early, but Utah Tech right behind them a game out. And then you have the jumble of UT Arlington, Southern Utah, and Tarleton State, with Abilene Christian not far behind as well right now in 7th. And though the ability or the way the tournament will be formatted is still up in the air with Utah Valley and the WAC figuring things out, but you do know one thing, and it's the top 2 teams in the WAC will have a bye to the semifinals. That's a huge advantage. But if you're Southern Utah, you're playing right now to stay out of that 6-7 game and avoid having to win 4 games in 4 nights.
Exactly. That's one really, really tough position to put yourself in. And that's why every game here, as you're going down the stretch of the season, every game matters. So both these teams are going to be very eager to win this. The Lancers are going to be super eager to win this just because they want to remain one of the top dogs in the conference. There's a little bit of a buffer there. They're wanting to keep that and not lose any ground. But on the flip side of it, the Thunderbirds, they're wanting to gain ground on those top teams because if they can somehow earn one of those top spots, they would love to have that bye.
And it starts here tonight against California Baptist at home before a 3-game road trip for the Thunderbirds. Starts on Saturday at UT Arlington with tip-off at 1 p.m. in that one. But first, they have to get through California Baptist. No easy feat. We've talked about Dom Daniels and leading the way for the Lancers. They have a lot of other scorers, though, that can get the ball in the bucket. Not a lot of playmaking, though, in terms of assists.
No, they are 7th in the WAC in assists, so which, in other words, that means they're dead last in assists. It's a lot of isolation buckets, a lot of do-it-yourself, not a whole lot of passing leading to scoring. One thing that's interesting, last time they came out, Jaden Jackson, 13 points. Only him and Daniels were in double figures for them, so it's really a top-heavy lineup when it comes to scoring, but it's working for them so far. Like you said, they've won 8 straight, so they've got something figured out.
And it all starts with number 1 in gold, that being Dom Daniels Jr. Just under 22 points a game. We've talked about that enough. How about an overtime win earlier this season against Utah Valley? 47 points. He can get it going and get it going often, but if you're Southern Utah, it feels like one of those games where you throw a bunch of different bodies at him and just try to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, when you come up against a guy like that can really just score at volume, one of the craziest, 47 points in a college game is not easy. That's over a point per minute, and that is so hard because he's probably not playing all 40 minutes. Did he play all 40 minutes in that game? Do you have that available? If he did or if he didn't, 47 points is wildly impressive, and it shows a lot of efficiency as well. One thing you know, though, as the Thunderbirds, they're going to be looking for him to carry a huge chunk of the scoring load. You've got to be expecting him to take a lot of the shots. So if you can hold him to an inefficient shooting night, that is going to be a huge beneficiary for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, and it's a big one, and they did a good job of that in the first matchup in Riverside. Dom Daniels still got to 20 points, but they forced him into some tough shots in that one.
Yeah, he was 7 of 28, only 1 of 6 from 3, and I think that goes to show that Southern Utah, they have the personnel to slow him down. Obviously, he got to 20 points, so it's hard to stop him from scoring, but when a guy can put up average just under 22 points per game, getting him to 20 on 28 shots, that's a very good benchmark.
It's a good recipe for success, and for the record, that game on January 24th against Utah Valley, Dom Daniels Jr. played 43 minutes and 54 seconds of the 45 minutes available.
Right, because it went into overtime, you're right. So he had more than 40 minutes available. Still, 47 points, 43 minutes, that is still very, very impressive.
As we'll take another break here in the Kabuto halftime or pregame report as we get you set for the Thunderbirds and Lancers with tip-off coming up at 6:30. You're listening to Thunderbird men's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends, make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In has served Cedar City and our visitors for more than 45 years. With a diverse menu and affordable prices, Hermes hopes you'll come back again and again for their burgers, Navajo tacos, fries, house-made fry sauce, and more. Located just north of the city park on Main Street, Hermes also offers shakes, soft drinks, and a weekly special. All roads lead to Hermes Drive-In, a proud sponsor of our local youth activities and athletes.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Go for it. Welcome back inside the AFEC, where the Thunderbirds host California Baptist in WAC play. Dallin Richards taking Lewis alongside me as we get you set for tip-off in the Cabuto pregame show. And for California Baptist, they come in on that 8-game winning streak. If you're head coach Rick Croy and the Lancers, what do you have to do to get a road win here in Cedar City?
I think one of the biggest things is controlling the tempo and the pace of the game, where you're at a higher altitude than you're used to being here in Cedar City. Your players can get winded faster, so you've got to really control the pace of the game. Another big thing is going to be, it's Dom Daniels Jr.'s show here tonight for the Lancers. He's averaging just under 22 points per game, which is good for second in the WAC. They only have one other starter in double figures. Now, what that shows is that they're very reliant on him to score the basketball to keep them in games.
And if you're head coach Rob Jeter in Southern Utah, what are you doing to defend your home court and get an upset?
Yeah, on the flip side of it, when you're guarding a player like that, it all really comes down to the defense. And Southern Utah is very well equipped to handle the Lancers. They have the first and third in total blocks in the WAC, with Isaiah Cottrell and Jaden Farrow first and third respectively. Their goals of the game is going to be to protect the paint, stop the rim attempts, because that's the most efficient shot in basketball, is shots at the rim. And the biggest thing when it comes to a more individual matchup is to hold Daniels to very inefficient shooting, which they have done before.
And those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Thunder 91.1, the SUU radio station, as we continue with the Cabuto pregame show. Today's pregame show is brought to you by Cabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. Stop in before or after the game for fresh sushi, savory ramen, and unbeatable student specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Cabuto, proud to fuel SU game days. As we'll continue with catching up with Rob Jeter earlier today after shoot-around. You're listening to Southern Utah basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Joined by Southern Utah head men's basketball coach Rob Jeter ahead of tonight's matchup with the Red Hot winners of 8th straight California Baptist Lancers. Coach, what's been the message that you've driven home to your team at practice this week coming into this game?
Well, we have to make sure we're getting better, and we accept challenges, and we try to improve on those things that we are seeing that are happening repeatedly to us on film. And if we can get better effort, make sure that we're playing with more discipline, then we're always going to give ourselves a chance to be successful.
The turnovers were a problem on Saturday, and you mentioned that. How do you work on that in the lead up to your next game?
Yeah, you got to take it personal, right? You have to take care of the basketball. I don't know if there's a turnover drill that coaches do other than you put them in tough situations, you make them dribble through contact, you make them do different things like that to take care of the basketball, but it's just reminders. The ball's got to be put in certain positions where it's not easily knocked from your hands. So I don't want to say that, I don't want to make a sense like the sense that we emphasize it, they're just not doing it. I mean, we're all connected, we're all together, we're all one team, so we just got to figure out a way not to turn the ball over.
What's the biggest thing you hope your team learned from Saturday's game?
That anything can happen. I mean, we had been in a similar situation as Tarleton, hadn't won many games, and then all of a sudden we turned it around. It's a fine line between losing and winning. I think the one thing that's constant is effort. The constant is discipline. If you give those types of things, then you can always make up for mistakes.
Dylan Jones has caught the attention of a lot of teams in this league. It seems hasn't scored a lot over the last few games. How do you get his offense going tonight?
Oh, he gets a lot of attention on both ends. I think people are trying to attack him defensively, and I think people are trying to make sure he doesn't get the ball with space, time and space on the perimeter. So he's definitely getting a lot of attention on both ends of the floor. He has to accept the challenge.
When you look at this California Baptist team, they can score the basketball some nights, they can defend on some other days, and sometimes it can, or most of the time, it takes a complete team effort to beat them. What do you feel like you've gotten out of your bench over the last few games, and what do you need from them tonight?
Well, we need the same thing from all personnel. We need disciplined players. We need guys who are going to give maximum effort. And then we have to learn how to play together, share the ball. And for the most part, we'll do one or two of those things well, but there's a couple of things that will fail us. And that's sport, right? It is a battle and persevering and enduring through some of these ups and downs. So today what we need from our bench is just productivity.
You talk a lot about wanting to get to the free throw line, shooting more free throws than your opponent attempts. Last time when you guys played California Baptist in Riverside, you didn't have a ton of attempts at the line. How do you change that in this game?
Well, I can't blow the whistle, so all I can do is continue to put the ball in positions where I know officials will make decisions on if they're going to blow it or not. So that means we have to attack the rim.
Dom Daniels might be the best all-around player in the league, preseason conference player of the year. When you played him the first time around, you held him to 7 of 28 shooting, one of his least efficient games of the entire season. What did you like about your team's defensive effort in the first go-around against Dom Daniels?
Well, he still scored 20, I believe, and he's just a relentless player, so we have to match that, his effort, and he's going to attack. He's going to shoot the ball. He's going to will their team to win. We have to try to match that intensity. It's
one of the best point guard matchups maybe in the league tonight, with Dom Daniels on one side and Elijah Duvall, your outstanding freshman, on the other. How excited are you at both ends of the floor for Elijah to have the opportunity to prove himself against maybe the best in the league?
I don't know if I would frame it that way, excited for him. I think I'm excited for us as a program to always have an opportunity to play, represent this university, but to have a chance to knock off a team that's red hot. I mean, let's see where we are. Can we match? Can we take care of home court? I think if you're a competitor, you're always excited about those opportunities.
What else do you see from California Baptist that stands out to you that's made them successful?
Well, they rebound the ball well. They get more opportunities than their opponents because they get second chance opportunities off offensive rebounds, so we have to box them out.
At the offensive end, what's made them a good group?
They work together. They understand where their points are going to come from. It's going to come from several players. Martell is going to bully you around the basket. He's going to be very aggressive. He's going to get his 15 to 20 attempts. Daniel's going to get his 15 to 30 attempts. It just depends how it's going for them in the games. So we have to know that that's going to happen. And then their inside play, they're very patient. They're bigs. They rebound. They go after offensive boards, and they give themselves more chances. So we have to take away those second chances.
Coach, what's the biggest key to getting a win tonight against the Lancers?
Defense.
Southern Utah head coach Rob Jeter.
Welcome back inside the AFEC and the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance Radio booth, presented by Intermountain Health, as we get you set for tip-off between the Thunderbirds and Lancers here on Thunder 91. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis alongside me. Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a part of downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Our commitment to you remains the same. Quality jewelry, quality pricing, great customer service. Clark & Linford Jewelers in Cedar City. Still your hometown jeweler where SUU gets engaged. We just listened to Spencer catch up with Rob Jeter earlier today, and two things are always common with Rob Jeter. You take care of the basketball and play defense, good things tend to happen after that.
Of course, because one of the biggest things, if you're a college basketball player for the most part, you know how to score. So that is going to come naturally to most of these players, most of these teams. You just know how to play basketball. But the things that are going to win you the games are the smaller things. Doing what you need to on defense, maintaining legal guarding position, playing physically, going after rebounds, taking care of the ball. One of the biggest things possible that you could do.
And we talked talked about rebounding being important for Southern Utah. California Baptist, one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. Lancers 16-3 this season when they out-rebound their opponent, something Southern Utah will have to counter and be aggressive on the glass here tonight.
Of course. I think rebounding is one of the biggest undervalued, I guess I would say, is what I would call it, because all it does is give you extra possessions and end there. So the defensive rebound stops their attempt to score, and the offensive rebound gives you an extra possession that they don't have a counter to.
And you talked about it, both offenses have played well throughout the year. The Lancers just under 73 points a game. Southern Utah, one of the best offenses in the WAC at over 76 points a game. But for the Thunderbirds, it's been the inconsistencies defensively, allowing almost 80 points a game this season. Thunderbirds looking to improve, and they've shown glimpses of playing great defense. It's just a matter of having the good offense and good defense play 40 minutes together.
Yeah, and it's kind of puzzling to me, to be honest, because when you look at the roster that Southern Utah has, where their defensive, individual numbers are so good with Cottrell and Farrell, both of them in the top 5 in blocks in the WAC, you wonder how the team doesn't help mold around them to fill in the gaps.
Hungry for a deal? Head to Cafe Sabor in Cedar City and grab their Thursday special, a smothered burrito with a drink for just $8. Daily deals all week long. Delicious food and friendly service. Cafe Sabor located right here in Cedar City. Stop by today as it's time to get you set for your starting lineups. We'll start first with the visiting Lancers from California Baptist. On the guard line, it's the grad student at 5'10". Number 1, Dom Daniels Jr. In the backcourt with him, it's another grad student at 6'4", number 3, Jaden Jackson. At 6'3", the senior guard from Las Vegas, Nevada, the former Southern Utah Thunderbird, number 33, Martell Williams. And then down low, it's the 6'11" junior from Venezuela in the NBA Academy, number 8, Jonathan Griman. And then down low, it's the 7-foot sophomore from Glendale, Arizona, number 42, Brady Hennig for the Lancers. For the Thunderbirds, a little bit different of a starting lineup tonight than we've seen this season. Starting on the guard line, it's still the 6'3" freshman from Wilmington, Delaware, number 1, Elijah Duval. In the backcourt with him, it's the 6'6" junior guard from Eagle, Idaho, the BYU transfer, number 3, Tanner Hayhurst. At 6'9", the senior forward from right here in Draper, Utah, and the Green River Holy Cross transfer, number 35, Jaden Farrow. And the 6'11" senior forward from Las Vegas, Nevada, West Virginia transfer, number 0, Isaiah Cottrell. For the second time this season, it's the 7-foot big man from Carlsbad, California, the Mesa Community College transfer, number 25, Kai Burdick. So Southern Utah mixing up the starting lineup a bit here tonight, Tegan, and it's going big with Kai Burdick and Isaiah Cottrell down low early.
Yeah, you talk about the rebounding prowess of the Lancers, and I think that's exactly what Coach Rob Jeter had in mind to try and slow down, was that rebounding by inserting the 7-footer Kai Burdick into the line to give him a bigger body, A, on defense, and B, on the glass.
We'll see how this lineup fares against the bigger California Baptist team as well. So they're matching 6'11" and 7-foot for the Lancers with 6'11", 7-foot themselves. As we get you set for tip-off. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Savage Services, the official transport and logistics partner of Southern Utah Athletics. From heavy haul to specialized transport, Savage can move anything, anytime, anywhere. Start your logistics with Savage, and thank you to Savage Services for supporting Thunderbird basketball. It's California Baptist in the gold with blue numbers and letters. Southern Utah in the home white with red numbers and letters outlined in black. We get set for tip-off in game number 25 of the season for each team. Thunderbirds looking to improve on their 6-3 home record and improve to 5-7 in WAC play. California Baptist on the other side looking for win number 9 in a row to continue their hot streak and keep pace with Utah Valley, 4 tops in the WAC. They're 8-3 in conference play after starting 0-3. Cottrell in with Griman to jump center circle here in the AFEC. And we are underway. The tip controlled by California Baptist. It goes to Jackson, who finds Dom Daniels Jr. immediately, guarded by Elijah Duvall as they swing around the perimeter. It stops with Martell Williams, left wing. Down on the left block is Jackson, guarded by Hayhurst. Gets to the middle of the paint, kicks all the way back out. Dom Daniels, right wing. Cross court now, Williams, right corner. Drives on Farrow. 5-foot push shot up and in from Martell Williams. The former Thunderbird puts the Lancers on top 2-0 early. Yo-yo dribble from Elijah Duvall. Now swings to Hayhurst on the right wing. Find Farrow, free throw line extended. Now Cottrell, left wing triple, bullseye. Isaiah Cottrell with the first triple, and it's a 3-2 Thunderbird lead. Martell Williams looking for an answer on the left wing. He knocks it down. Just like that, it's 5-3 Martell Williams on top of Southern Utah.
We've seen some very efficient offense going on so far.
Kai Burdick, top of the key, looking for help. Hands to Farrow, driving left. Spins back right, push shot, too strong. Rebound, fought for, comes away to Martell Williams on the fast break. One-on-one with Duvall. Duvall strips it and knocks it off the head of Martell Williams. Good defense from the freshman, gets the first Lancer turnover.
Yeah, in situations like that, you want to be a little bit concerned about not fouling on the fast break. He did a great job of getting all ball, and then the ball went off the Lancers, so Thunderbirds get possession.
Duvall brings the ball up for Southern Utah. 5-3 Lancer lead, 8:30 to go here in the first half. Burdick finds a cutting Tanner Hayhurst for a wide open layup. We're tied up at 5.
It's a really good action the Thunderbirds just ran. Hayhurst curls around the screen. Instead of coming over, even though he's a shooter, he curls around it to get an easy layup.
Lancers swing around the perimeter. It stops with Williams on the left wing. Tries to drive baseline on Farrow. Now posts up from the block. Griman, 15-foot push shot up and in just inside the free throw line. It's a 7-5 Lancer lead. Kai Burdick, free throw line extended. Goes left on Hennig, spins back right. Hook shot, short, gets his own miss. Takes a power dribble going right back to his right, gets knocked out of bounds. His Burdick hits the deck, no foul, but it stays with Southern Utah. 17 on the shot clock. Baseline out as we get our first substitution of the game. It's Devin Malcolm, the 6'5 senior for California Baptist. Griman heads to the bench. Duvall to inbound for the Thunderbirds. They go right to Farrow on the left block. Too strong, though, on the turnaround. And the rebound right to California Baptist. Dom Daniels Jr. brings it up. Crossover dribble, drives left. Stops at the free throw line. Right-handed push shot up and in for the Southpaw. It's a 4-point Lancers lead. Hayhurst, right wing, gets it to Cottrell on the right block. Guarded by a smaller Malcolm. Spins right, push shot right up and over. Isaiah Cottrell uses his size. He has 5 early points.
Yeah, and already we've seen the advantage that Southern Utah has been coming with the size inside.
Pick and pop for the Lancers. Left wing triple, too strong there from Malcolm. And the rebound is a foul against Hennig, and that goes to Southern Utah. The first on the Lancers and the first on Hennig here tonight. 17:03 to go in the first half. Thunderbirds with the ball, trailing 9-7 as Thomas Endong checks in for Hennig for California Baptist. Elijah Duvall brings it up for Southern Utah. Takes a couple screens from Cottrell and Burdick not ready for the pass on the pick and roll. It's a turnover. The Lancers looking to run. Jackson going into the lane, contested layup too strong over Burdick. Duvall comes away with it for Southern Utah. Thunderbirds now look to run. Cross court, Farrow, right corner triple, bullseye! Jaden Farrow's first bucket, and it's a 10-9 Thunderbird lead. 16:30 to go first half.
Thunderbirds 2 of 2 from 3. Really good shooting night so far for them. Very, very efficient.
Martell Williams blows by Farrow, but can't hit the layup. Gets his own miss. Blocked by Kai Burdick. who comes away with the rebound. Thunderbirds look to run again with Duval. No-look pass gets deflected. Hayhurst chases it down in the left corner. They reset with Duval left wing. Going right, stops at the free throw line. Now big-to-big passing. Burdick on the left block. Going right, push shot off the front rim. The rebound to Martell Williams and California Baptist. Dom Daniels going left, gets into the lane, layup up and in over Burdick. Dom Daniels can't be stopped once he gets into the lane. Gives the Lancers the lead right back, 11-10.
He's not scared to get inside the paint and do a little giant slaying.
Duval with the ball for Southern Utah. Looking to set up the half-court offense. Swings to Hayhurst, top of the key. Takes a screen left from Burdick, back to Duval left wing. 10 on the shot clock as Duval calls for a Burdick screen. He takes it going right, guarded by Dom Daniels. Step back triple. Bullseye! Elijah Duval getting in on the three-point shooting, and it's a 2-point Thunderbird lead once again.
Thunderbird still perfect from beyond the arc. I wonder how long that's going to last for. I hope I didn't just jinx it.
Dom Daniels pick and pop with Jackson, top of the key. Now Jackson gets it right back, right wing, triple, short. Offensive rebound, though, goes to Endong and California Baptist. Martell Williams, left corner, guarded by Burdick. Hezzy with the three, up and in for Martell Williams. He now leads all scorers with 8 points. It's a 14-13 Lancer lead. 14:43 to go in the first half. Next dead ball will send us to the first media timeout. Elijah Duval with the ball on the left wing, setting up the Thunderbird half-court offense. Farrow top of the key. Trying to get the ball down low. Instead, we'll take a screen going right from Burdick. Cross court, Duval, left corner triple. In and out. And the rebound to Endong and California Baptist looks to run with Daniels. Daniels coast to coast, gets to the free throw line, and they count goaltending. Rob Jeter can't believe it. We'll see if they look at that. There'll be at least one free throw coming up for Dom Daniels after the break. Here, you're listening to Thunderbird Basketball on Thunder 91 from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, brought to you by Intermountain Health and Jennifer Davis. We'll get back after this.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing Auto Owners Insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business.
Les Olson IT.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah trails California Baptist 16-13, 4:16 to go in the first half. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis alongside me. Thunderbird fans want a great haircut at a great price at any SUU game. Keep an eye out for ways to score a cut for just $10.99. Great Clips has locations all across Utah. Great Clips. It's going to be great. California Baptist has been great in the paint early on. It's a 10-4 advantage for the Lancers down low. Thunderbirds countering that, though, with the three-point shooting.
Yeah, they're shooting 75% from three, but on the flip side, what's surprising is that the Lancers have the advantage in the paint right now, because as we were talking about earlier, the Thunderbirds shifted their starting lineup to have three basically 7-footers down there. That's one thing that really should not be happening.
Daniels at the free throw line for the first time tonight, misses the free throw short, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Southern Utah, so they do count the goaltending right before the media timeout. It stays with the Lancers, though, as they lead by 3. Duval, Hayhurst, Jones, and Cottrell, the 5 on the court for Southern Utah. As a contested layup doesn't fall from Mueller, Southern Utah comes away with the rebound. Jaden Farrow on the right wing, guarded by Grineman. Swings to Cottrell at the free throw line. Cottrell going left, Kicks out to Duval. Right back to Cottrell. Can't handle the pass. It was last touch, though, by the Lancers. And it stays Thunderbird basketball. 15 on the shot clock, baseline out. Duval to inbound for the Thunderbirds. Goes to Cottrell on the right wing. Right back to Duval. 12 on the shot clock. Duval going right. Now hesitation on the baseline. Posting up. Goes all the way across the paint. Contested layup too strong. The rebound goes to Garcia. And the Lancers out and running. Lancers with a 3-point lead. Dom Daniels Jr. currently on the bench. Free throw line now with Garcia. Runs right over Isaiah Cottrell, who draws the charge. That's something Isaiah Cottrell has been really good at this season. It's a lot of block shots, but not afraid to put his body on the line.
Yeah, you've got to love it from the senior. Able and willing both to, even though he knows he can go up and get a lot of shots, he's not trying to contest everything. He's oftentimes willing just to get himself in legal guarding position, stay out of the restricted area, and he's content to just let somebody hit him and knock him over.
Lorenzo Abelar into the game for Southern Utah. Duval heads to the bench. Abelar setting up the offense for the Thunderbirds. Dylan Jones, left wing, drives to the corner, now to Cottrell, left elbow. Drives right on Garcia and loses it on the spin. Garcia comes away with it. The second Thunderbird turnover. So the Lancers look to capitalize. Still 16-13, under 13 minutes to go first half. Into the lane, step back jumper, up and in from 14 out is Miles Daniels. And it's a 5-point Lancer lead. Thunderbirds currently on a 2.5-minute scoring drought. They swing around the perimeter. Cottrell, top of the key. Hands to Hayhurst. Going left, gets to the free throw line. Dumps off to Cottrell. Easy layup. It's 7 points for the big man as the Thunderbirds trail by 3.
Did a really good job right there of operating through that pick and roll, keeping the drop defender occupied so Cottrell could slip behind him.
Garcia on the left block for California Baptist, guarded by Cottrell. Gets into the lane, shuffles the feet, no travel called, misses the layup, rebound out to Tanner Hayhurst. Southern Utah looking to run. Hayhurst spins in the lane, push shot short, and the rebound goes to Daniels. The Lancers bring it up now, still leading by 3. Daniels going on against Hayhurst, goes to the block, kicks all the way back out Griman, top of the key, right back to Daniels. Now Jaden Farrow guarding him, 12 on the shot clock. They swing around the perimeter. Down in the right corner, losing the ball nearly. It goes out of bounds. They say last touch, though, by Isaiah Cottrell. 1 second on the shot clock when we come back from the media timeout. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball here on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. More Thunderbird Basketball after the break.
What can you find at Mountain Lighting? A great selection of light fixtures and ceiling fans from top names in lighting like Visual Comfort, Savoy House, Kichler, and many more. And with our price match guarantee, you can rest assured you'll not only find great quality, but great value as well. Looking for home decor items and accessories? Yeah, we've got all that. From furniture to wall decor, including paintings, mirrors, clocks. We've got pillows and other unique home decor items. So come to Mountain Lighting for all your lighting and home decor needs.
Welcome back inside the AFEC. It's an 18-15 California Baptist lead over Southern Utah. 11:35 to go in the first half. Pizza Hut is proud to support SUU athletics with a special deal for Thunderbird fans. Get a medium one-time topping pizza and a 20-ounce drink for just $9.99. Order online and enter promo code M03. That's M03. Start with an empty cart, enter the code, then choose your pizza and drink. The price drops to just $9.99. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut, and nobody supports the T-Birds like Pizza Hut. 1 second on the shot clock here for California Baptist. Coming out of the timeout, they'll inbound in front of the Southern Utah bench. Imagine this ball goes to number 1 in gold, Dom Daniels Jr. checking back in after the media timeout. Instead, they go all the way out to Bowser. From the logo, drills it. And it looks like they're going to look at it to make sure he got it off in time, but boy, that's a heartbreaker if you're Southern Utah. You play great defense for 29 seconds, then off the inbound, a catch and shoot three from the logo. Yeah, it's like, it's one of those ones where if you're the coach, you're almost comfortable giving that up. You're like, he's not going to make it from there, and then he does. You're like, well, crap, you know, now what do we do? It's really good defense. Like, it's a lot they can build off of. It's just kind of an unfortunate good shot and, you know, just bad timing because it's really unfortunate for the Thunderbirds fans. Might put more salt in the wound if this one stands, which it looks like it is. That's just Bowser's fourth made three of the season. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, on every scouting report, it's going to be, yeah, if that guy wants to shoot from the logo, you're going to let him just about every time. And this is one of those times that it comes back to bite the Thunderbirds. So 21-15, the three-pointer stands. 11:31 to go first half, and the Lancers come out in full court pressure. Find Abelard to bring it up, and now the Lancers back off. Abelard, Jones, Farrow, Hayhurst, and Burdick, the five on the court for Southern Utah. Dylan Jones comes off a curl on the left wing, now resets. 15 on the shot clock, going right. Kicks back out to Farrow, left wing. Farrow drives right into the lane, gets stripped, but a foul is called on the drive. Just the third team foul, on the Lancers, and the fourth foul of the game. It's been a pretty clean game from both teams so far, even though the Lancers have done a lot of work down low. Yeah, and the Lancers, one thing they've done exceptionally well on the defensive end is every time a Thunderbirds player drives into the lane, they're sending a, like, not a full double where they're trapping the ball, but someone is always clogging the lane as a help defender. Hayhurst is open in the left corner for three off the inbound, and that's not what the Lancers want. 21-18, 11:02 to go first half. Southern Utah 4 of 5 from deep early on. Yeah, and unlike Bowser, he is definitely going to be on the scouting report as a three-point shooter. That's one thing that you do not want to do is let him get hot from three. Hayhurst is cooled down to a cool 46% from three on the season. As Cottrell comes away with a steal for Southern Utah. Hands off to Dylan Jones, left wing, now back to Abelard, top of the key. Drives left, stops at the elbow, back to Jones, left corner triple, airballed. Not a great look there for Southern Utah. The rebound to California Baptist. Up to Miles Daniels, going left on Abelard. Left-handed push shot from the block, no. Kai Burdick comes away with it for Southern Utah. Abelard looking to get the ball down low and says swings to Burdick, top of the key, he goes left. Finds Cottrell, free throw line extended. Now driving left, double teamed immediately, nice no-look dump off to Kai Burdick for an easy layup. Cottrell with eyes in the back of his head on that one. Yeah, that chemistry between the big guys is something that you really love to see if the Thunderbirds fans. They double Cottrell, he just dumps it right up over the top. No one's going to be blocking Burdick that close to the basket. Dom Daniels gets in the lane once again, and he has 8 early points after another floater just inside the free throw line. 23-20, Lancers lead, 9:40 to go first half. Cottrell right wing triple, too strong. Dylan Jones gets the rebound though for Southern Utah. They reset back out to Abelard. Yo-yo dribble at the logo, guarded by Dom Daniels Jr. Kai Burdick left corner triple, airballed that one, and the rebound goes to Hennig and California Baptist as they look to run. Swing around the perimeter, trying to get the ball back to Dom Daniels Jr. They do near the half-court line. 17 on the shot clock as he goes left on Abelard. Crossover dribble gets easy into the lane, layup up and in over Isaiah Cottrell. Just too easy there for Daniels, already in double digits with 10. Yeah, and we talked about how we need to hold him to an inefficient shooting night. He's having anything but that. 5 of 5 from the field for Daniels so far in this matchup. Hayhurst driving left, kicks out Abelard, left corner triple. Short, the rebound They call a foul on the rebound, and we'll see who they get. It looks like it's Isaiah Cottrell. That's his first foul, the second on Southern Utah. As Elijah Duval and Jaden Farrow check back in for the Thunderbirds, Hayhurst and Burdick head to the bench. Southern Utah's cooled off now. 8 of 20 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3. Lancers on the other side at 55% from the field, 60% from 3, but just on 3 of 5 shooting. Early 5-point lead for the Lancers. 8:30 to go in the first half. Dallin Richards taking Lewis alongside me, bringing you Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91 as Martell Williams drives into the lane, left-handed push shot up and over Cottrell. And it's a 7-point lead. Martell Williams now up to 10 points as well. So 20 of the 27 points to Daniels and Williams for the Lancers. It's a 6-0 Lancer run over the last 90 seconds as Duval looks to break that, driving right into the lane. Dump off to Farrow, easy layup for Jaden Farrow, and a great find by Elijah Duval, something he's vastly improved on in his freshman year.
Yeah, he's such a prolific driver that it helps when he's able to dump it off to the big guys when the defense collapse on him.
Martell Williams, top of the key for the Lancers, takes a screen from Hennig going left, guarded by Duval. Kicks back out to Greiman on the right wing, looking for help. Down to 7 on the shot clock. They dump off to Jackson, top of the key, guarded by Farrow, driving right into the lane, blocked from behind by Jaden Farrow, and it is a shot clock violation to send us to the under 8 timeout. Southern Utah trailing by 5, 27-22, 7:27 to go in the first half. We'll step aside, and you're listening to Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. More Thunderbird basketball after the break.
When you're ready to sell your home, doesn't it make sense to hire a seasoned professional? I'm Jennifer Davis from ERA Realty Center. With my 25 years of experience, I can see around the corner for problems or opportunities that a less experienced agent may miss. And my extensive list of buyers will mean a shorter time on the market and more dollars for you at closing. For a free consultation, call me at 586-9775 or go to buyincedar.com. I'm Jennifer Davis. Put my experience to work for you.
Just like your favorite team brings the action, Pioneer Floor Coverings brings it home. With winning floors for every style and budget, we've got the game changers. Carpet for comfort, LVP for durability, hardwood for that all-star look. Locally owned and trusted across Southern Utah, Pioneer Floor Coverings delivers championship service at unbeatable prices. Swing by our showrooms in Cedar City or St. George, or score big now at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Coverings, bring home the win!
Welcome back inside the AFEC. Here is Southern Utah trails 27-22 to California Baptist. 7:27 to go in the first half. Dallin Richards taking Lewis alongside me. Laundry Day made easy. The Main Street Washateria preferred laundromat of SU Athletics is clean, relaxing, and has free Wi-Fi so you can get work done while your clothes get clean. Or drop them off and let us do the work for you. Main Street Washateria, making laundry stress-free in Cedar City. Thunderbirds looking for anything to get them going defensively. One thing that's been consistent all night, though, is the blocks, like we just saw from Jaden Farrow there before the break.
Yeah, it was the shot clock was running down. They knew they had to get a look at it. Farrow tracked him the entire way. Little chase down block, swatted out of bounds as the shot clock expired. Good work by him. They have 4 blocks in the game already, so they've done a very good job so far of protecting the rim. But on the flip side of it, they're also losing 16-10 in paint points. But the reason for that is because a lot of the Lancers' paint points are coming from the 10 to 14 foot range where they're the little flip shots that they're getting. Those are super hard to block, but closer to the basket, Thunderbirds doing a very good job of defending the rim.
And Elijah Duval picks up a moving screen coming out of the media timeout. That's his second foul. The third on Southern Utah, the third Thunderbird turnover here in the first half. A number Rob Jeter has to be happy with here over halfway through this first half.
Yeah, Coach Jeter has talked about the turnovers a ton, especially for his young point guard, and they want to limit those a lot.
Lancers with the 5-point lead and the ball. They go down low to Hennig. in the lane, can't convert the layup. Farrow gets the rebound for the Thunderbirds, up to Duval. Duval slows the pace down, takes a screen from Cottrell going right. Gets into the lane, kick out. Hayhurst, left corner, triple. That one's too strong. The rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Isaiah Cottrell. And it goes to the Lancers. Those two fouls. Duval heads back to the bench. Lorenzo Abelar back in for Southern Utah. They trail 27-22, 6:48 to go here in the first half. Dom Daniels Jr. with 10 points, brings the ball up court for the Lancers. Has Dylan Jones guarding him, going right, triple from the wing, up and in. Dylan Jones Dom Daniels Jr. can't miss, beg your pardon, and it's an 8-point Lancers lead, 30-22, 6:20 to go first half. Cottrell, top of the key, hands off to Tanner Hayhurst. 15 on the shot clock as they swing to Abelar, left wing. Takes the screen right from Farrow into the lane, needing help. Kicks back out to Farrow, top of the key. Right back to Cottrell, left block. 4 on the shot clock. Cottrell spins, right-handed push shot up and in. Isaiah Cottrell leading Southern Utah with 9 points early. The lead back down to 6 for the Lancers. Dom Daniels Jr. and Jackson swing around the perimeter. Now Martell Williams, left wing, guarded by Abelar. Former Thunderbird with 10 points as well as he drives left. Now posting up Abelar, cross the post, right-handed push shot up and in from Endong, his first bucket. The lead back to 8 for the Lancers. Cottrell, top of the key, backdoor cut to Farrow. Can't convert on the layup, but he's fouled and will head to the free throw line for a pair. Jaden Farrow getting the first free throw attempts for Southern Utah. California Baptist, though, just 6, so not a huge margin yet. The Thunderbirds the officials have been letting both teams play pretty physical early on.
Yeah, and I think both coaches have grown frustrated with it occasionally from time to time on the level of physicality, but no matter what, at least it's been consistent across both sides.
A rare miss there from Jaden Farrow. Just the 7th miss of the season from the free throw line, the 90% free throw shooter. Notice how I waited until after the miss to bring that up.
You didn't jinx that one.
He'll have a chance for one more from the line, though, cut into this 8-point deficit, and he does. 32-25 Lancers lead, 5:18 to go here in the first half. Dom Daniels Jr. with 13 points, brings the ball up court, moves to the right wing, cross court now to Jackson. Now Griman, guarded by Cottrell, spinning left back baseline, can't hit the hook shot. The rebound to Kai Burdick for Southern Utah, up and running with Abelar. Takes the screen from Farrow. Now Burdick, top of the key, hands to Hayhurst. Hayhurst, crossover dribble, now Abelar left corner, drives to the elbow, to Burdick, free throw line, goes to the block and resets. 12 on the shot clock for Abelar on the right wing. Trying to get the ball down low, Cottrell, top of the key, back to Abelar right wing. He drives down the baseline, layup no, almost goaltending, but a clean block there given to Martell Williams, and now the Lancers have the ball as Williams drives left on Hayhurst. Gets him in the air and the up and under for the layup. Martell Williams with 12 points. It's a 9-point Lancers lead.
It's a little bit of a Hakeem Olajuwon post moves right there. Get the up fake, get Farrow up in the air, go around an easy wide open layup.
Southern Utah can't convert on the jumper once again, and the rebound goes to Jackson and California Baptist. Drives to the left block, now backs out with Kai Burdick guarding him. Trying to get the ball down low. Said they swing to Dom Daniels Jr. Reset with 13 on the shot clock near half court. Guarded closely by Abelar, swings to Endong. Top of the key with 7. Dom Daniels Jr. left wing triple. That one too strong, and the rebound to Kai Burdick. Up to Jaden Farrow for Southern Utah. Thunderbirds look to cut into that 9-point deficit. Abelar left wing takes a screen right from Burdick. Cross court, Cottrell down to Farrow. Left or right block. Can't convert on the layup. Great help defense coming from Griman on the weak side. And the rebound goes to California Baptist as they slow things down. 3:10 to go here in the first half. It's a 34-25 Lancers lead. Southern Utah hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes. Their defense doing everything it can to keep them in this first half. Don Daniels Jr. going left, hesitation into the lane, floater, too strong, put back, tapped up and in by Greiman, and the lead is double digits for the first time, 36-25. Lancers lead, 2:40 to go first half, as Rob Jeter calls timeout. Here, 2:40 to go. California Baptist 36, Southern Utah 25. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. The rest of the first half after this.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing Auto Owners Insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business.
Les Olson IT.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where California Baptist holds a 36-25 lead over Southern Utah. 2:40 to go here in the first half. Discover adventure in every season. Visit Cedar City for vibrant festivals, Red Rock hikes, and a thriving art scene. Then head up the mountain to Bryan Head for world-class skiing, biking, and cool alpine escapes. Come for the views, stay for the experience. Visit Cedar City, Bryan Head. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis alongside me as we bring you Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91. Southern Utah came into the game knowing they had to take care of the ball. They've done a good job of that. Only 3 turnovers here so far in the first half.
Yeah, I think the problems have come on the offensive end with the inefficiency. The defense has done a pretty good job holding up their end of it, but the offense has just really struggled here so far.
Swing around the perimeter. Isaiah Cottrell, left corner triple, his second of the game. Cuts the lead back down to 8, 36-28. Isaiah Cottrell, his 4th and 5th made three-pointers of the season so far tonight. Jackson looks for an answer and does from the right wing, his first basket. As Rick Croy calls timeout to set up the defense, so we'll keep this one here. 39-28 is the California Baptist lead. 2:15 to go in the first half, and if you're Southern Utah, you have to find a way to slow down California Baptist, and it starts with denying number 1 the ball.
Of course, he started 6 for 6 from the field, and since then he's missed 2, so there's been a little bit of a bright spot for the Thunderbirds, but he's still just controlling so much of the pace. He's kind of getting wherever he wants to go, and when the help defense comes, he's a willing passer. He dishes it off and just resets because he knows he's going to get his touches.
So 2:15 to go coming out of the Rick Croy timeout. Somebody who's seen it all, his 13th season as the head coach at California Baptist. He was the youngest active head coach in NCAA to reach 350 career wins. You don't stay at a school for 13 years unless you're doing something right.
Of course, and he's showing it here tonight. Even though his team had just hit a triple, he was very frustrated with the play right before that. He's not afraid to call a timeout to make sure that the defense is set and they know their assignments.
Little Greg Popovich-esque on the quick timeout there. As Southern Utah has it. Coming out of the timeout, it's Logan Stevens with it, driving right into the lane, dump off to Burdick. He can't control it. Cottrell comes away with it in the left corner. Needing help, swings back out to Stevens on the left wing. 10 on the shot clock. He goes left from the screen on Burdick. Dump off to Cottrell, reverse layup, up and in, plus the harm. Isaiah Cottrell with 14 points, looking to make it 15. He's keeping Southern Utah in this game in the first half.
Yeah, Cottrell has been the bright spot offensively for him. 2 triples for him, just been very, very efficient. He's 6 of 7 from the field. Done such a good job of providing the consistent, easy buckets when Southern Utah needs them.
The third free throw attempt coming up for Southern Utah. Cottrell can't convert. Farrow gets the offensive rebound though, and they reset. Stevens top of the key. Step back mid-range jumper. Up and in from 18 out. How about that for Logan Stevens? His first game since January 10th in Riverside for the Thunderbirds, getting some points off the bench. 39-32, 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Dom Daniels Jr. goes right, 15-foot floater once again, up and in. Cannot be stopped with that right hand. Lead right back up to 9.
No, and the problem is defensively because he's able to just operate back and forth over that screen until he gets some space to shoot that little floater.
Stevens on the right wing. Finds a cutting Jaden Farrow, goes up for the slam, doesn't get it, but a foul is called. Jaden Farrow back to the free throw line for a pair. That was a great find and cut there from Jaden Farrow.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. He's not supposed to go up looking to, maybe try a tough pass. He had an open look at the rim. The defenders are coming, but he's going up strong, making sure he gets the contact. They're not going to let them get away with that. Farrow makes the first free throw.
Jaden Farrow knocks down the first, looking for one more. This time he goes 2 for 2. He's up to 8 points. It's a 41-34 California Baptist lead, approaching 1 minute to play here in the first half. Slow trot across the timeline for Dom Daniels Jr. He swings over to Griman. Now Endong top of the key. Martell Williams takes it going right on Farrow. Gets the switch with Burdick and backs out. 12 on the shot clock. Martell Williams crossover dribble, goes left, middle of the paint, loses it. Dump off to Griman with 5 on the shot clock. Hands back to Daniels Jr. into the lane. Reverse layup over the backboard and doesn't hit the rim. It's a shot clock violation. The 4th Lancers turnover. That's great team defense from Southern Utah.
Yeah, the rotations were very crisp. The Lancers got the switch they wanted, getting Burdick out on Williams, but it didn't matter. Burdick played great defense, forced Williams to get rid of the ball. The ball ended up in Daniels Jr.'s hands. He had to take an extremely tough shot right there before the time expired. No rim, so it expires anyway.
Logan Stevens with the ball for Southern Utah. Hands to Hayhurst. Now cross court, Jaden Farrow, right wing. Swings to Burdick, top of the key. 13 on the shot clock to Cottrell, right wing. Goes right back to Burdick, big to big, pick and roll, and the easy layup. It's a 5-point game, 10 seconds to go in the first half. Dom Daniels Jr. with the ball for the Lancers with 5. Crossover into the lane, 15-foot floater. This one wide right, Martell Williams put back, no. And boy, there was a lot of time there in the final seconds. But the tip at the horn goes. As of now, it counts. So it's a 43-36 Lancers lead at halftime here in the AFEC. 20 minutes down, 20 to go. First, we'll have the Jennifer Davis halftime show. After this, we'll have a special guest come into the broadcast booth. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. We'll have the halftime show after this.
With food that's made from scratch and fresh to order, Hermes Drive-In has options that every member of your family will enjoy. From your favorite burgers and fries to sandwiches, drinks, shakes, and more. Hermes is centrally located and easy to find at 294 North Main Street, just north of the City Park. Serving you and our community for more than 45 years, Hermes Drive-In is a proud sponsor of our students and athletes.
You want a job that makes a difference in the world. So join the Chrysalis team. Chrysalis is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have flexible schedules for everyone. College student? No problem. Extra job? You got it. But what if you're looking for a career path? Absolutely. Chrysalis has mornings, days, and grave shifts available. Get paid to have fun, go to movies, share your talents, and make a difference. At Chrysalis, you are a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Apply online at chrysalis.care.
Kabuto, Southern Utah's #1 sushi and ramen restaurant. Make sure to stop in, students, Monday through Friday, 11 to 3 p.m. for student specials. Follow us at Kabuto, Utah for special events and giveaways.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug offer the service of a local pharmacy with a personal touch. Traditional quality service with modern-day conveniences. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off North Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main. Both have trained pharmacists to take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are happy to serve you and to support our local athletes.
Bullock Drug strives to be the very best pharmacy in Cedar City. We want you to be a part of our team. As a valued customer and patient, we will provide you with the best professional pharmacy service. Join with us and be a part of our team. Bullock Drug, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
The AFEC, where California Baptist holds a 43-36 lead over Southern Utah at the halftime break. Dallin Richards with special guest Jennifer Davis with ERA Realty. Thanks for being with us here tonight.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
So as we get you started here, what does it mean to you and your family here to support Thunderbird Athletics?
Do you know what? It means so much to me. My husband graduated from Southern Utah University, and I've got 2 daughters that are actually attending SUU right now. So, you know, SUU is part of our community, part of our family.
And that's really a big key with Southern Utah as a whole, as the university. It's all family oriented. The whole community comes together, and nothing describes that more like than your family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you had to compare real estate to basketball, what's the keys to winning in both?
Do you know what? It's preparation and teamwork. So with basketball, you study a game plan and you trust your teammates. And in real estate, it's the same. You prepare, you know the market, and you surround yourself with good people.
And with that, how important is SU to the strength of our local economy?
Do you know what? It's very important. It's the heart of our whole economy in Cedar City. So SUU creates job opportunities for business owners, and actually leads the real estate industry as well, with professors and students and, you know, different people coming here and investing in real estate in this community.
And with that, it's been an electric first half. It's a close game here with California Baptist, one of the top teams in the conference. What's been your favorite part about the game here tonight?
Do you know what? Just the energy. Everybody's just starting to fill in the seats, and they're getting excited. And I love this community. This is exactly what I love about it. It's just we come together to support our team.
Well, thanks for joining us, Jennifer. Jennifer Davis with ERA Realty here at the halftime show. Southern Utah trails by 7. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball live on Thunder 91. We'll get you back with more of the halftime show after this.
Kabuto, Southern Utah's #1 sushi and ramen restaurant. Make sure to stop in, students, Monday through Friday, 11 to 3 p.m. for student specials. Follow us at Kabuto, Utah for special events and giveaways.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug offer the service of a local pharmacy with a personal touch. Traditional quality service with modern-day conveniences. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off North Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main. Both have trained pharmacists to take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are happy to serve you and to support our local athletes.
Bullock Drug strives to be the very best pharmacy in Cedar City. We want you to be a part of our team. As a valued customer and patient, we will provide you with the best professional pharmacy service. Join with us and be a part of our team. Bullock Drug, 91 North Main in historic downtown Cedar City.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we continue with the halftime show presented by Jennifer Davis, Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis joining me once again. It's a 43-36 lead for the Lancers at halftime, and if you had to tell the story in a couple words, it's Dom Daniels Jr., Martell Williams.
Oh, definitely. They've accounted for almost the entirety of the Lancers offense. Dom Daniels has 15 points. Williams has 12. Everything that they've done has just been so efficient. Both of them shooting very well. Williams 5 of 9, Daniels 7 for 11. So each of them only missing 4 shots so far, both above the 50% mark. They're just getting everything they need. I think the most impressive thing to me has been Daniels Jr. The way that he operates when he gets those ball screens, he just is more than content to go back and forth over the screen until he gets the defense looking how he wants it to where he can attack a mismatch.
Yeah, they've been dominant for the Lancers. U.S. Bank is proud to sponsor SUU Thunderbirds. Stop by our U.S. Bank branch in Cedar City for all your banking needs. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Flip it over to the Thunderbirds though, Tegan. Isaiah Cottrell has been doing everything he can to keep the Thunderbirds in this game. He leads the way with 14 points, though we saw some other Thunderbirds get going late in that first half as well.
Yeah, and he's been very efficient himself as well. 6 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. So he's almost 100%. He's only missed 1 3 on the night, but what's interesting to me is not been so much his scoring, but how he's reacted to how the Lancers are playing him differently after he got the hot start. They started playing him a bit closer, so what he would do is he would just get those go screens. He had a couple from Burdick. Burdick came, set a go screen where he would just slip it right to the rim, and Cottrell would just throw it down into him. He had a nice, easy layup on one of those. It looked very, very crisp. It just goes to show the maturity of the senior. Such a willing passer. He knows he can score, and he's done it well so far, but he's also been a very unselfish and mature teammate.
And one thing we talked about in the pregame show was the rebounding. It's a +5 advantage for California Baptist. Southern Utah, though, has done a pretty good job of mitigating second chance points.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is the lineup that they're running. They're a lot taller than usual with the insertion of Kai Burdick into the starting lineup, as he is every bit of 7 foot. And I think it's done I think exactly what the coaching staff wanted, which is to limit second chance opportunities, as the Lancers with the second chance points, they have 7 of them to the Thunderbirds 2. So it hasn't worked as well for the Thunderbirds offensively as it has defensive. They're holding California Baptist to a lot lower than that. And one thing as well, the offensive rebounds, California Baptist has 6 of those, and I think that probably would be a lot higher if you didn't have as big of a lineup as the Thunderbirds are running.
Bullock's is more than just a pharmacy. Stop in for a handcrafted soda, sweet treats, and everything else we have to offer in downtown Cedar City. Bullock's, a proud supporter of SU Athletics. It's the Lancers by 7 at the half. We'll have keys to the second half coming up after this break. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball here on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. More Thunderbird Basketball in the second half after this.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
hungry for the usual today? Or are you craving something uncommonly delicious like the meaty masterpiece, the Hook and Ladder sub from Firehouse Subs? They start by piling it high with freshly sliced smoked turkey breast and Virginia honey ham. Oh, then they top it with melted Monterey Jack and serve it hot in a toasted roll. Save time by ordering your Hook and Ladder with the Firehouse Subs app today, downtown Cedar City. It's Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug are here for you, the Cedar City community. With expert pharmacists on site, Township and Bullock can help you take care of your pharmaceutical needs and fill your prescriptions. Both locations offer curbside service for your convenience. Bullock's Drug is downtown at 91 North Main Street, while Township Pharmacy is near the hospital just off Main Street. Township Pharmacy and Bullock's Drug, grateful and proud supporters of our local students and athletes.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we continue the halftime show brought to you by Jennifer Davis. It's a 43-36 lead for California Baptist at the half. Here's we get you set for the third quarter. SkyWest Airlines is a proud sponsor of SU Athletics. SkyWest is the world's largest regional airline and has been a part of the Southern Utah community for more than 50 years. No matter where you want to go, our 2 daily Delta Connection flights from Cedar City to Salt Lake make it easy to get there. Fly local from CDC, and with one connection, you can reach hundreds of destinations on Delta's global network. I know I've used that flight a few times on that quick trips to Salt Lake and back, and it makes it a lot nicer than that 3.5-hour drive. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis, bringing you Thunderbird basketball here live on Thunder 91. If you're head coach Rick Croy for California Baptist, you're up by 7 on the road at halftime. What are you telling your team in the locker room?
I'm telling them, A, to keep doing what we're doing. They've done a really good job of limiting the efficiency. Southern Utah started to get a little bit better at the end of the first half. Right now they're at 47% from the field, which is a lot higher than I think the Lancers would like. But earlier in the game they were at just around 36 to 37%, and that's where exactly they want them. And the other thing I think as well is maintain the offensive efficiency. They're shooting 53% from the field, 63% from three. They're getting really good looks. I think they just need to continue what they've been doing.
And for Southern Utah head coach Rob Jeter, going into the second half, you're within striking distance too against one of the top teams in the conference. What adjustments do you make here to start the second half?
It's going to be all about how they contain the two-headed monster of Daniels and Williams. Those guys have been absolutely lighting up this Thunderbirds team, and they need to come up with some sort of schematic difference, whether that's chasing over the top of screens to prevent any open threes and relying on the bigs as the help defense, or if it's simply just hoping less of their shots fall, because there's also been some that may not fall under other circumstances, but it's going to be all about how they limit their efficiency in the second half.
No car, no problem. St. George Shuttle has you covered with reliable rides from Cedar City down to Vegas, up to Salt Lake, and everywhere in between. Check out St. George Shuttle today, on time, every time. As is typically the case with a Rob Jeter team, defense a main point of emphasis to come out of the second half, as you talked about, Tegan. And it really is the first few minutes. Getting to the first media timeout if you're Southern Utah, now is when you want to go on a run. You can't allow CBU to pull this one any bigger.
No, and one thing that we know as well is if it comes down to the wire, CBU has done a very good job over their last few of being in control and in the driver's seat, staying maintaining their composure, staying focused when the close games come around. So if you're the Thunderbirds, what you really want to do is eat up this lead and then start to build on one of your own, because you know that this Lancers team can really perform under pressure.
As we get you set for the second half is brought to you by Safari Hospitality, proud sponsor of Southern Utah basketball. With hotels like the Courtyard Marriott, Hampton Inn, and Spring Hill Suites, you'll find comfort and quality just minutes from campus. Thanks to Safari Hospitality for supporting Thunderbird basketball. Second half is underway. Almost said third quarter. We're not on the women's side. They're in Riverside tonight with a 5-point lead after a quarter of play against the Lancers as well. But we're getting set for the second half here in Cedar City. The Thunderbirds start with the ball, and it's the starting lineup of Duval, Hayhurst, Farrow, Cottrell, and Burdick, the starters for the Lancers as well. Daniels Jr., Jackson, Greiman, Williams, and Hennig. Duval, with those 2 first-half fouls, has it top of the key, swings to Cottrell left wing, finds a cutter in Jaden Farrow, spins back right, is triple teamed in the lane, and a foul is called. Bit too handsy there for the officials' liking, and that's the first foul against the Lancers.
And what we've seen, at least as far as from Coach Jeter, offensively what he's done is he's put the ball in Isaiah Cottrell's hands, knowing the defense is going to play him differently, and he's been more than willing to pass it up to Cutters.
Cottrell, top of the key, thought about the triple, instead hands off to Duval. 12 on the shot clock as Duval heads right. Drives to the right block, guarded by a smaller Daniels Jr. Step through, can't finish though on the contested layup. Hennig gets the rebound, up to Dom Daniels Jr. Still 43-36, 40 seconds played here in the second half. Williams on Farrow, quick spin move down the left baseline for the easy layup. He now has 14 points against his former team. Farrow returns the favor, spinning on Williams, dribbles it off the leg of Hennig. It stays with Southern Utah. 20 on the shot clock. Duval to inbound, baseline out. Daniels guarding the inbound. They go to Farrow on the right block, guarded by Williams. Spins right on the hook shot and off the glass. That U.S. Bank shot. Jaden Farrow using the glass late here in the evening. 45-38, 18:43 to go in the ball game. Lancers with the lead and the ball. Jackson, left wing triple, short, and the rebound is chased down by Hennig. It's a second chance opportunity for the Lancers. Daniels Jr. controlling the offense, driving left on Duval, goes up and it's a basket interference as Griman thought it was a lob and hung on the rim.
And it probably
no, they call a foul against Southern Utah.
I initially also thought that it was basket interference because he went up for it, grabbed the rim, and then the ball came down, hit the rim. That's very interesting. The only thing I can think of is maybe Southern Utah was in the restricted area when he jumped up. I don't know.
I didn't even see much contact, though.
No, me neither.
But it will be Dom Daniels Jr. to inbound. So they show the replay here. Cottrell starts to back into him, but it looked like the basket interference happened before any contact was made. Rob Jeter didn't like the call, and I think he has an argument.
I agree.
The inbound goes to Williams on the left wing. He'll take the triple over Farrow and knock it down. Martell Williams, his third triple of the night. He's up to 17 points, and the lead is 10 for the Lancers. Farrow, top of the key for Southern Utah. Finds Hayhurst off a curl and a foul away from the ball against California Baptist, as the official just points to Rob Jeter's seat. First on California Baptist here in the second half. Duval will inbound, baseline out. They go all the way out to the right wing with Cottrell. He goes pick and roll with Farrow, tries to dump to Burdick, but Hennig rejects it. Farrow chases it down for Southern Utah. 10 on the shot clock as Farrow drives into the lane, spins back right, too strong on the push shot. Williams comes away with it for CBU. Looking to run, now slows things down. Over to Jackson, right wing. Handoff to Hennig, gets it right back from the three-point line, up and in for Jackson, his second triple, and the lead is 51-38, 17:30 to go in the second half. And Rob Jeter calls timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 51-38, Southern Utah trailing CBU, 17:25 to go in the second half. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. More second half basketball after this.
Here at Culver's, we're known for our fresh, delicious food. What most of you don't know is for the last several years, we've been training Southern Utah's most elite basketball players. Sometimes they need instruction, and that's where I step in. Practice makes perfect, but we demand perfection.
Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is Cedar City's original hometown dealership. Family owned and serving the area since 1931. Obviously, they're doing several things right. Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is your full service dealership. Sales, service, body shop, detail shop, and their service department stands behind what they sell. And what they sell is a large selection of new and GM certified used vehicles. It's Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick, 360 North Main.
2, 1. Looking to sharpen your skills and become a true sales professional? Check out the SU Professional Sales Program, helping students and future leaders build confidence and close deals. SUU Professional Sales, where careers in sales begin. The Thunderbirds looking to close out a home win here in the AFEC tonight, but trail 51-38 to California Baptist. 17:25 to go in the second half. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis alongside me. It's been a quick 6-0 run for California Baptist. Southern Utah, though, needs to get into a rhythm offensively as well as step up on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a combination of those two. California Baptist has come out of this halftime, I think, a little bit more focused and a little bit more prepared to execute the game plan that they talk about at halftime. They've done a much better job of limiting the quality of the shots that the Thunderbirds are getting than vice versa.
Duval with the inbound, going left. Kick out to Farrow, right corner, triple, short, and the rebound to Greiman, and CBU up to Dom Daniels Jr. Daniels with a quick crossover, Euro steps past Burdick, but Burdick recovers and gets a block. Hennig, though, comes away with the rebound. Cross court now Williams. Driving on Cottrell, spins left, left-handed push shot, no. Rebound is fought for, and we'll see if they call a jump, a foul. What is it? It's a foul. Or it's CBU basketball. Didn't see what any call was, but we play on with Martell Williams swinging to Jackson on the right wing, guarded by Hayhurst. Takes a screen from Hennig going right. Stops at the left elbow now, and they get Hennig on Hayhurst down low. Easy layup for Hennig, his first bucket of the game. And the lead is 15 for CBU, their largest of the night. Duval with it. Top of the key, swings to Farrow, back to Duval, 18 on the shot clock. Takes a screen going left from Kai Burdick. Stop at the elbow, pull-up jumper is short, and a foul is called against CBU this time on the rebound. Their third, and it stays here with Southern Utah. Logan Stevens back into the game for Tanner Hayhurst for the Thunderbirds. Will be Duval the inbound, 20 on the shot clock for Southern Utah, baseline out. As they go Farrow, left wing. Driving right, gets into the lane. Out to Cottrell, top of the key, triple, book it. How about doubling your season-made three-pointers with Isaiah Cottrell, now 3 of 4 from deep, the lead down to 12 for CBU. Under 16 to go here in the first half. The Lancers have the ball, swinging around the perimeter. Down Daniels Jr. kicks Martell Williams, left wing triple. Too strong. Duval skies high for the rebound and looks to run for Southern Utah. Now slows it down, waits for his teammates, gets into the lane. Farrow now right corner. Over to Cottrell on the right wing. He'll swing out to Stevens. Out top of the key, driving left on Jackson, spin back right at the free throw line, into the lane, step through, contested layup, no, out of bounds, and no Lancer touched it to send us to the under 16. California Baptist holding on to a 12-point lead, 53-41, 15-26 to go in the second half. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. More second half basketball after this.
Brad's Food Hut is your go-to family-owned traditional fixture in Cedar City. Brad's has options for everyone with burgers, chicken sandwiches, fish and chips, soft drinks, shakes, and more. Want to grab your food on the go? You can call ahead and they'll have your order ready for you at 586-6358. That's 586-6358 for Brad's Food Hut at 546 North Main Street in Cedar City. Brad's Food Hut is proud to support our local athletes and students.
Visit Cedar City Brian Head is thrilled to welcome you to Cedar City, your ultimate base camp for adventure and sports. As you enjoy the game, be sure to take a victory lap through everything our area has to offer. As the gateway to Bryce and Zion National Parks, you can explore our charming downtown, fuel up at incredible local restaurants, and stretch your legs on scenic trails at Kolob Canyons or Thunderbird Gardens. Let the games begin and let the fun continue in Cedar City, Utah. Go to visitcedarcity.com to plan your next trip.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah trails California Baptist 53-41, 15:26 to go here in the second half. Dallin Richards, Kagan Lewis alongside me. And Southern Utah defensively, they've gotten Martell Williams to miss a shot here in the second half. Now what do they have to do offensively to make a comeback here?
Southern Utah is at their best when they're doing a drive and kick game. They've got very capable shooters. One of the surprising ones being Isaiah Cottrell, who's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc so far. But what they need to do is get the ball in, whether that's on pick and rolls or just simply drive and kick again. They got to get the ball into either the high post area on a drive, because then the Lancers do a really good job of collapsing on the ball. But what Southern Utah needs to do is get that to happen and then immediately kick out before the defense comes all the way. That way there's no deflection on the pass. Kick out to open shooters because they're making the shots fall.
Lancers come out, and it's a moving screen. The full court pressure against Southern Utah throws the Lancers off. Endong picks up a moving screen foul, tripping Logan Stevens. So Southern Utah comes out of the timeout with a stop, and now they have a chance to get it back down to 10 or into single digits with a 3. Duval, Farrow, Burdick, and Cottrell, the other Thunderbirds on the court, is the C parts for Elijah Duval for the easy scoop shot. Now with 5 points after hitting a triple in the first half, the lead is down to 10 for CBU. 15:05 to go in the ball game as the Lancers swing around the perimeter. The zone defense now for the Thunderbirds. Jackson, left wing, back to Daniels. Martell Williams now right wing, guarded by Isaiah Cottrell. Driving left, gets stripped by Duval from behind, and now a fast break for Southern Utah with Stevens. Can't convert on the layup, and it's Martell Williams corralling it for CBU. Now cross-court Daniels, left wing, triple. Too strong, rebound into the hands of Duval once again for Southern Utah. Up the court in a hurry, can't find Cottrell. Great defense there from Endong to get back on the fast break. Turnover at number 5 for Southern Utah. Lancers slow the game down now with Dom Daniels Jr. and Jackson now easy drive right down the lane. Stevens has no choice but to foul and send Jackson to the free throw line for a pair.
And there's no backside defense right there from Southern Utah, so it was the right move to make him earn it at the free throw line.
How about this? Just the second and third free throws for California Baptist tonight after having 34 free throw attempts in their last time out on Saturday against ACU.
Yeah, and it's been a fairly physical game, but it's been also pretty clean. Like, there's a little bit of ticky-tacky physical stuff, but so far it's not been horrible. And Southern Utah, they earn it right there. He missed the first one, so now they have a chance at, the cheese curds?
Jaden Jackson with a chance to become the favorite Lancer for the Southern Utah faithful from the free throw line. He does not, though, going 1 for 2 at 67% on the year. The lead is back up to 11 for the Lancers. 14-10 to go in the second half. Braden Johnson in the game for Southern Utah. He brings the ball up court. Moves along the right wing now with no dribble, needs help. Burdick, top of the key, hands to Stevens. And a foul away from the basketball goes against Martell Williams. That's his first foul, the 5th on CBU. So no free throws yet CBU trying to do anything and everything to keep the ball out of Jaden Farrow's hands. Martell Williams gets caught with the hold. Elijah Duvall back in for Logan Stevens. He'll inbound baseline out for Southern Utah. Right to Jaden Farrow on the right block. Takes a power dribble, spins back right. Too strong on the push shot. The rebound out of bounds, and they say last touched by Isaiah Cottrell. It goes the Lancers' way.
And one of the biggest things I've seen here in the second half is the rebounding margin has gone up quite a bit. Lancers 28 rebounds to the Thunderbirds 18. So they lead by 10 in that category.
Duvall gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar for his third foul. Almost great defense. It looked like he might have gotten a clean pick from Dom Daniels Jr. near the half-court line, but that sends Duvall right back to the bench with that third foul. 13:38 to go in the second half. The Lancers have it up by 11 over Southern Utah. Swinging around the perimeter, Williams gets the ball to Hennig, free throw line extended, back top of the key with Daniels Jr. Kick out Jackson, right corner triple, well short into the arms of Kai Burdick for Southern Utah as Jaden Farrow looks to run now. Trying to get the ball down low, instead they swing to Burdick, top of the key to hand to Stevens. Crossover dribble into the lane. Ooh, great drive there from Logan Stevens. Might have been the biggest Euro step we've seen this season. It was only 2 steps, but he went from the right elbow to the left block.
He looked like an Olympic long jumper the way he was extending those strides right there. Holy cow, he covered a lot of ground.
Logan Stevens to the free throw line for the first time here tonight for a pair. That drive to the hoop brought to you by Savage, the official transportation company for Southern Utah basketball. Stevens can't convert on the first. They'll have a chance for one more. Try to get the lead back down to 10 for the Lancers. Alan Richards taking Lewis alongside me, bringing you Southern Utah basketball on Thunder 91 as Stevens goes 1 for 2 from the line. 54-44 now the CBU lead over Southern Utah. 13:05 to go in the second half. Dom Daniels Jr. breaks the full court pressure. Now the Lancers need to figure out this zone defense for the Thunderbirds. Cross court, Martell Williams, right corner. A swing back all the way around to Daniels' left wing. Now back to Williams. They get to the free throw line and right back out for the top of the key triple. Well short there for Miles Daniels, and out of bounds. The officials don't see it. I think one of them is calling a foul. We'll see. We're walking all the way across the court. So the foul goes against CBU, and that means a 1-and-1 situation for Southern Utah. Well, it took a minute to figure out what was going on there. As soon as they started walking to the free throw line, I had a pretty good idea.
Yeah, a couple bodies hit the ground. I wasn't sure exactly where it was going, but it turns into a hopefully profitable trip for the Thunderbirds at the charity stripe.
Logan Stevens back at the line for the Thunderbirds. Drills the first. 54-45, one more chance here for the 6'3 senior from Georgia, the Tulane and Rutgers transfer. Playing big minutes here tonight with Elijah Duvall in foul trouble for Southern Utah. Stevens goes 1 for 2 from the line once again. 54-45 the lead for the Lancers. 12:35 to go in the ball game. Daniels with it, going into the lane on Burdick. Right-handed layup and one. Dom Daniels Jr., once he gets into the lane, it doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, 3 7-footers in there, he can get it up and over.
No, and the best thing about the way he drives to the rim is he's a smaller guy, so he does a really good job of getting up into the body of the rim protector. That also helps take away their verticality. So he slows down a slight bit, gets into the body of Burdick, and then pops the clutch, extends out away from the outstretched arms of the 7-footer to get the layup, but he also gets the foul due to the initial contact.
Knocks down the free throw as well. 57-45, Lancers lead. 12:30 to go in the second half as Braden Johnson brings the ball up court for the Thunderbirds. Swings to Logan Stevens on the right wing. Takes the screen going left from Burdick into the lane, and a foul, and Logan Stevens right back to the free throw line. Boy, his physicality has been made known here in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
Logan Stevens going for free throw attempts 5 and 6 for himself here in the second half. Free throws 10 and 11 for Southern Utah on the night, as Elijah Duval, check that, it's a 1 and 1 for Stevens, so at least free throw attempt number 5. As Duval checks back in for Johnson. He knocks down the first. I did not jinx him with the early call. Has a chance for one more after knocking down the front half of the 1 and 1. Big minutes for Stevens off the bench with 5 points. Make it 6 in 6 minutes played. As Tanner Hayhurst comes back into the game, Stevens will head to the bench for a breather. 12:16 to go. Southern Utah hanging in there. It's hovered around a 10-point lead for the majority of the second half. Just need to find a way to go on a run if you're Southern Utah.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to going on a run as well as locking the defense up for about 2 or 3 consecutive plays.
Daniels Jr. with it going right, stops at the left elbow. Short on the floater. Farrow chases down the rebound for Southern Utah, hands to Duval. Duval takes a screen going right from Burdick all the way to the right block. Euro step through the lane, contested layup through Hennig, and Elijah Duval gets a tough finish. And just like that, it's an 8-point ball game.
And that is an incredibly tough finish between 2 defenders. Was going to look like for a scoop layup, brought it back out, shot it up over the top. Holy cow. Very, very impressive.
Lancers swing around the perimeter. It's an open left wing triple off the glass there from Mueller, but the rebound chased down by Daniels. Dom Daniel Jr. is driving right into the lane. Kai Burdick sends it away, but they call a foul. Got him with the body. The official saying Dom Daniels Jr. will head to the free throw line after the media timeout. California Baptist 57, Southern Utah 49, 11:19 to go in the second half. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. More Thunderbird Basketball after the break.
Retro Fitness, the official partner of SUU Athletics, is the largest premium health club in Cedar City. Retro Fitness offers a full range of services, including functional fitness training, group fitness classes, hot yoga, personal training, saunas, tanning, a smoothie bar, and the best kids club around. Mention this ad for a free 3-day trial pass. Go retro at Retro Fitness, 929 South Main Street in Cedar City, or visit them online at retrofitness.com.
In our 150th year of service, everywhere you look, Zions Bank people are ready to work hard for you.
We're here and ready to go.
Wherever you are, we're right there with you. We will help make it simple and easier.
We have all the big bank services delivered locally.
Isn't it time to see how 150 years of experience can work for you?
Zions Bank.
We are here to help right now.
We want to serve you.
Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
Welcome back inside the AFEC. It's a 57-49 lead for California Baptist over Southern Utah. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis alongside me. When it comes to world-famous chicken strips, there's only one place to go. Ernie's, proudly local and proudly supports Southern Utah Athletics. Ernie's is the go-to spot for a great meal. Drop in today and taste why everyone loves Ernie's chicken strips. And Rob Jeter loves chicken strips, but more than that, he loves defense. The Southern Utah defense has really stepped it up over the last few minutes since switching to that zone.
Yeah, that zone has been everything, because one thing that we've noticed that California Baptist does not do very well is pass the ball into assists. Like, obviously you can move the ball around, but if you're not getting assists out of it, what it means is you're moving the ball around aimlessly with no clear direction. One interesting thing though, a lot of this has happened before. but they have on the night, they have 10 assists, which is just right below their season average, and there's still almost an entire, it would be quarter, but I guess half of the second half left to go, but they've actually moved the ball pretty well for them because they're right below their season average. One more, they'd be above it.
Dom Daniels Jr. gets the friendliest of friendly rolls on the first free throw to go down, now up to 19 points. Make it 20, and the lead back up to 10. 59-49, 11-18 to go. Duval brings the ball up court. Hayhurst, Farrow, Cottrell, and Burdick, the other Thunderbirds, out there with Duval. Farrow, right wing, drives right, lowers the shoulder, and it's a charge. Dom Daniels Jr., great defensive positioning, and as soon as the arm extended from Jaden Farrow, it was an easy call.
Yeah, especially where there's such the weight and size difference right there. That's going to be a pretty easy call for an official. If it was the other way around, a smaller guy wouldn't be able to throw him off as well.
Dom Daniels Jr. goes right back into the lane with a 5-foot floater. The lead is 12 on the back of Dom Daniels Jr. with 22 for CBU. Duval looking to answer, spins at the left elbow, turnaround floater, rolls around the rim and in for Elijah Duval. He's up to 9 points. The lead back down to 10. 10.5 to go in the second half. The Lancers look to answer. Daniels pulls up from the right wing, too strong on the triple. Miles Daniels, though, gets the offensive rebound, and they reset. Griman goes easy into the lane, the easiest layup of the night in the half court, as nobody picked him up from the free throw line, and the lead back up to 12.
And that's one of the problems with running this zone, especially on the offensive glass, because there's no set person that you're supposed to box out.
Duval right back into the lane, dumps off to Burdick, gets Hennig in the air, plus the harm. Kai Burdick gets the bucket. He's now up to 6 points, 7 rebounds. He's made great minutes getting a second start here tonight.
Yeah, and great basketball IQ by him right there, knowing that Hennig wanted to go up, get the block, so he up fakes on him, gets him in the air, goes around him, gets the and one, and makes the free throw, completes the three-point play the old-fashioned style.
Kai Burdick now up to 5 of 12 from the free throw line on the season. 63-54, Lancers with the lead now over halfway through this second half. Daniels Jr. along the left wing, kicks to Williams left corner, guarded by Isaiah Cottrell. They go to Hennig on the left block. Nice give and go with Griman, easy layup. A better pass there from Hennig. The lead back up to 11. Duval wastes no time going into the offense for Southern Utah, driving down the right baseline, loses his balance, but a foul is called against Dom Daniels Jr. That'll be his first, and 2 free throws upcoming for Elijah Duval as the Thunderbirds are in the double bonus. I think this is where you have to be, though, if you're Southern Utah. Take advantage of being in the bonus. So the officials calling it much tighter here in the second half, but you have to play to that and be aggressive.
Yeah, it's exactly what you just said. You have to look to attack because you have to make the official make the call, right? He's not going to give you anything ticky-tacky. If you go up soft or if you attack the rim half-heartedly, you're not going to get those whistles. But if you attack with purpose, maybe you may not get the result you're looking for. They may not call it, but a lot of times they're going to be much more likely to call it than if you go in soft.
Duval goes 1 for 2 from the line, 65-55, 9:30 to go in the second half. Lancers with the lead and the ball. Dom Daniels Jr. dribbling at half court, guarded by Duval, going left, goes over Burdick, can't contest or make that layup, and Burdick comes away with the rebound once again. Duval looking to run, stops at the WAC logo in the paint, short on the floater. Martell Williams comes away with the rebound for CBU. Coast to coast, Martell Williams goes for a poster. Burdick rejects it. Griman with the putback. Rick Croy calls a timeout. So 9:02 to go here in the second half. We'll keep this one here because it's not immediate timeout yet, but it's a 12-point California Baptist lead. Are you craving sushi or ramen? Kabuto in Cedar City has you covered with fresh flavors and unbeatable student specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Head in today. Kabuto, your go-to for sushi, ramen, and more. Dallin Richards Tegan Lewis alongside me, and we've talked about it a lot here in the second half. The Thunderbirds have kept this game around 10 to 12 points down, but they have to go on a run here soon with 9:02 left in the game.
Yeah, the longer they delay it, the harder it's going to be to come back, because as it gets later in the game, the Lancers are going to be more and more likely to just try and eat the clock up. Right now, they're still in the mode where they're still looking to score somewhat early in the clock. Obviously, it's on their side, but it's not late enough in the game that they can really start to focus on doing that. But as the Thunderbirds take longer and longer to eat into this lead, that's going to be how it's going to turn out.
And if you're Southern Utah, I think you have to find a way to get Isaiah Cottrell back involved in this game. He's at 17 points, just 3 here, though, in the second half. 7 of 8 shooting. Nobody else shooting above 50% for Southern Utah on the night.
And what I have noticed is he's getting down and doing his work early in the paint, but he's just not getting the ball. And I think that's on his guards and stuff that are bringing up the ball. You've got to be able to look up, because what's happening is he's posting up behind the ball screen that they're receiving at the top of the three-point line. You've just got to look a little bit past your initial defender and see if he has an advantage down low.
And for the Thunderbirds, defensively, the rebound starting to favor the Lancers more and more. It's a plus 11, plus 7 on the offensive glass for California Baptist. Part of that is going to that zone defense that has forced California Baptist to miss more shots. But when you're playing a zone, you have to find a body off the shot.
Exactly, and we saw that just a couple of possessions ago. California Baptist, they went in, they got the easy offensive rebound, they got a shot out of it, scored the bucket, and the problem was, when you're in man defense, it's so much easier because you have one guy that you're guarding that you're supposed to box out when a shot goes up. But when you're in a zone, it's just whoever's in your area. And if there happens to be 2 guys in one area, that leaves one person trying to box out 2, and that just does not happen.
Duval brings the ball up coming out of the timeout. Southern Utah trails by 12. Takes a screen from Farrow. Pick and roll. Farrow in the lane. Dumps to Cottrell. Now on the left block. Middle of the lane. Easy hook shot up and over the CBU defense. He's at 19, a new career high for Isaiah Cottrell down low.
And you called it exactly. You said they needed to get the ball to him, and look exactly what happened.
Daniels Jr. with it for CBU, guarded by Logan Stevens. Lancers lead by 10. Goes left and a moving screen on Endong, and another Lancer turnover gives Southern Utah the ball back. Just what you wanted coming out of the timeout. Rick Croy for CBU called that timeout. Southern Utah, though, comes out of it with an easy bucket and then a turnover.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that they do not get the free throws because it's an offensive foul. Those only happen on defensive fouls that you get the 2 when you're in the bonus.
So Duval trots across the timeline for Southern Utah, takes a screen from Burdick going left. Now posting up Daniels Jr. into the lane. Easy hook shot. Elijah Duval using his big frame against a smaller Daniels Jr. He's up to 12 points. The lead down to 8 for CBU. 8:05 to go, second half. Lancers swing around the perimeter. Miles Daniels now drives into the middle of the paint, kicks back out to Griman, guarded by Logan Stevens, driving right. Kai Burdick with the help side defense and rejection. Duval comes away with it for Southern Utah, up to Stevens. Back to Duval, top of the key as they slow things down. Taking a screen from Burdick going left, cross back over to his right. Scoop shot, off the glass, no. Rebound, tipped out by Cottrell to Logan Stevens. Duval right corner, short on the triple, and the rebound fought for. Dom Daniels Jr. comes away with it and runs into Logan Stevens. They call a block, though I think that was the right call.
I agree. I think Daniels tried to go around him, and Stevens may have shuffled him, like stuck the hip out a little bit. You could kind of tell. That is the right call, but it might have prevented a fast break opportunity as well, so not necessarily the worst thing.
1-1 coming up for Dom Daniels Jr. after the break. It's California Baptist 67, Southern Utah 59, 7:24 to go in the second half. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. More Thunderbird Basketball after the break.
When it comes to smiles, Thunderbird fans know who to trust: Webster Orthodontics, the preferred orthodontist of SUU Athletics. They're the reason Thor the Thunderbird has that beautiful game day grin, and they can do the same for you. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, Webster Ortho provides personalized care and outstanding results, proudly supporting SUU Athletics and our community. Visit WebsterSmiles.com today to schedule your consultation. Webster Orthodontics. Show off that Thunderbird smile. Ernie's is more than just a gas stop. It's your one-stop spot for fuel, fresh food, and friendly service. With locations across southern Utah, including one right here in Cedar City, Ernie's makes it easy to fill up and fuel up. Don't forget, Ernie's is home of the world-famous chicken strips, a local favorite that keeps fans coming back. Proudly supporting SUU athletics and proudly serving our community. Stop by Ernie's in Cedar City today.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where California Baptist holds a 67-59 lead over Southern Utah, 7:24 to go in the second half. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis alongside me in the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance radio booth presented by Intermountain Health. And Thunderbirds starting to get into a rhythm defensively and getting stops. The offense starting to come along now here as well. Dom Daniels Jr., though, at the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, and they've done such a good job of stopping the penetration of the Lancers with the help defenses. We saw Burdick come up with a huge block a couple possessions ago. I think the offense could use a little bit more refined polish and control over it. It seems a little bit hectic at times, but they've done a pretty good job. They just need to continue the defense going.
Dom Daniels Jr. knocks down the first. He's rewarded with a second. He's up to a game-high 23 points. Now 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Shooting into the Thunderbird student section. Goes 2 for 2. The lead is back up to 10 for the Lancers. A favorite for WAC Player of the Year. Would probably have my vote if the season ended today for the Lancers. As Southern Utah looks to answer. Duval on the right wing. 18 on the shot clock as Kai Burdick comes up to set a screen to the left of Duval. Pick and pop now, Cottrell right wing, hands right back to Duval. Driving right, gets into the lane, contested layup up and in. Lots of contact, no foul. And the lead back down to 8. Duval up to 14 points. Southern Utah needs a stop, though, on defense to go on a run.
With where Duval's body was, I thought for sure he was going to have to shoot a reverse.
Martell Williams, right corner triple in the face of Cottrell. No, Duval skies for the rebound for Southern Utah, and he looks to run. Now slows it down to the trailer and Kai Burdick. Hands to Logan Stevens, down to Cottrell, left block, guarded by Martell Williams. Spin back right, layup no, but a foul is called. Isaiah Cottrell will head to the free throw line for a pair.
And right there, Cottrell made a little bit of a mistake. He spun back into the help defender. It turned into a foul, so nothing too crazy, but he could have had a little bit better look at the layup itself if he would have stayed on the baseline side.
Foul goes against Miles Daniels for CBU. That's his second. Southern Utah's in the double bonus, but Cottrell knocks down the first free throw regardless. He's up to 20 points to lead Southern Utah. .6'11" senior from Las Vegas, Bishop Gorman product, transfer from UNLV in West Virginia. Goes 2 for 2, 69-63, 6:25 to go in the ball game. Thunderbirds looking to go on a run and make a comeback. Dom Daniels Jr. will dribble the air out of the ball for CBU near midcourt, guarded by Duval. Now they swing to Williams, over to Jackson on the left wing, back to Williams, left corner, guarded tightly by Cottrell, drives baseline, spin back right and left, spin cycle, yes, finish, no, as Kai Burdick comes away with it for the Thunderbirds. Up to Duval. Pick and roll with Cottrell into the lane, blocked by Hennig, gets his own miss. Contested hook shot doesn't fall as well. Hennig gets the rebound for CBU, up to Dom Daniels Jr. Pull up triple, top of the key, yes. Dom Daniels Jr. up to 27 points. The lead back up to 9 for CBU.
And nobody picked him up. He got all the way to the three-point line without a defender's hand in his face. That's something that cannot happen.
Pick and pop with Farrow, right wing triple, short. The rebound to Hennig and CBU. And Dom Daniels Jr. will trot across the timeline. The 9-point lead, wasting no time getting into the lane. Spins out to Martell Williams, top of the key. Now Jackson, guarded by Cottrell, stops at the WAC logo, 14-foot jumper, up and in. Lead back up to 11 for CBU, 5 minutes to go in the second half.
And every time Southern Utah gets close, the Lancers go on like a 5-point run just to get that lead back.
Duval, top of the key, takes a screen from Burdick going left. Into the lane, scoop under Hennig, can't convert on the layup. Daniels Jr. comes away with it. Spins past Stevens on the break. Layup up and in, past Cottrell. And Rob Jeter calls timeout. CBU up explodes to a 13-point lead, 76-63, 4:37 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. More SUU basketball after the break.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing Auto Owners Insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation.
The AFEC Thunderbirds have the ball coming out of the timeout. 4:30 to go in the second half, trailing to CBU by 13. Logan Stevens with it, left wing for the Thunderbirds. Swings to Cottrell near the left corner. Tries to find Burdick on the block. It's knocked out of bounds. It stays with Southern Utah. 15 on the shot clock for the Thunderbirds. Down Richards taking Lewis alongside me, bringing you Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91. It will be Elijah Duval to inbound near the coffin corner on the baseline. Stevens, Farrow, Cottrell, and Burdick, the other Thunderbirds, on the court with Duval. The inbound goes to Burdick in the left corner. Out to Cottrell, left wing now. Stevens, 10 on the shot clock. Step back on the left wing, guarded by Williams. Down to Burdick on the block, 5. Burdick backing down Hennig, hook shot off the front rim, doesn't roll in, and a foul is called on the rebound. It looks like it stays here, and Elijah Duval will head to the free throw line for a pair. The first foul on Mueller, fighting with Duval for position on the rebound. Elijah Duval back to the free throw line for a pair. It's at 14 points, just above his season average. Can't convert on the first, has a chance for one more. But every free throw counts here for Southern Utah down the stretch. Now 11 of 17 as a team.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to gain some of the deficit back while the clock is stopped.
Duval goes 0 for 2. Martell Williams comes away with the rebound. He now has a double-double for California Baptist. Daniels Jr. swings over to Griman, top of the key. Right back to Daniels Jr. for the triple, yes. 32 points for Dom Daniels Jr. The lead is 16 for CBU. Under 4 minutes to go now, second half. Thunderbirds looking for any answer they have. Stevens, right wing, left open for 3. Short, and the rebound to Williams once again for CBU. New season high in rebounds for Williams at 11. Daniels Jr. gets into the lane, over Burdick on the floater, no. The rebound corkscrews out though to Griman for CBU, and a second chance opportunity. Once again, their 13th offensive rebound. Williams, guarded by Farrow, goes to the left block. Into the paint, hook shot up and in for Martell Williams. He's up to 19 points to go with those 11 rebounds. 81-63, 2:50 to go in the second half. Duval on the left wing, takes a screen going left from Cottrell. Going back right, loses the ball. Farrow chases it down. Duval left open, right corner triple, too strong. Hennig gets the rebound for CBU. And you can feel the energy come out of the AFEC here as Southern Utah played tight throughout, but a 12-0 run over the last few minutes has been deadly for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, I mean, when it gets this late in the game and the deficit being what it is, it's very hard unless there's a spark on the offensive side. It's very hard to get the crowd back into a game like this.
Dom Daniels Jr. driving left into the lane, can't hit over Cottrell. The rebound pops out to the sideline, and that sends us to the final media timeout. It'll be Thunderbird basketball after the break, but the Lancers lead 81-63, 2:09 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91, brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. The final 2 minutes of Thunderbird basketball tonight after this.
What can you find at Mountain Lighting? A great selection of light fixtures and ceiling fans from top names in lighting like Visual Comfort, Savoy House, Kitchler, and many more. And with our price match guarantee, you can rest assured you'll not only find great quality, but great value as well. Looking for home decor items and accessories? Yeah, we've got all that. From furniture to wall decor, including paintings, mirrors, clocks. We've got pillows and other unique home decor items. So come to Mountain Lighting for all your lighting and home decor needs.
Welcome back inside the AFEC. CBU with an 81-63 lead over Southern Utah. 2:09 to play in the ball game. Firehouse Subs is proud to support our local first responders and proud to be a sponsor of SUU Athletics. Stop by today for a hook and ladder sub, piled high and served hot. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives. Thunderbirds have the ball. Coming out of the timeout, under 2 minutes to go. Braden Johnson back in the game for Southern Utah, along with Zeppelin Kidd for the first time, and he's in the box score with a moving screen. Just the 7th turnover for Southern Utah. They've done a good job cleaning up the turnovers, just couldn't quite keep up with the Lancers offense.
Yeah, I mean, we did half of what Coach Jeter would probably want, Well, actually, I think for most of what he talked about, the defense was pretty good. The turnovers were very low, which is great for them. I think really it was just the offense, the inefficiencies compared to the Lancers is really the telling difference in this game.
Lancers with Mueller, dribble in the air out of the basketball. 1:40 to go in the ball game as they chase their first win in Utah on their 3-game Utah road trip. Martell Williams drives in, can't hit the layup over Burdick, who comes away with the rebound for Southern Utah. Up to Stevens. Stevens driving left into the lane, gets stripped by Jackson. And right back to CBU, who trots across the timeline. 1:15 to go in the ball game. CBU on track for their 9th consecutive win in the conference as Rick Croy calls a timeout to get some substitutions here.
Launch your career with SUU's professional sales programs.
1:09 to go here in the ball game. California Baptist on top of Southern Utah. As the score will stand, it is going to move Southern Utah to 8-17, 4-8 in conference play. And the Lancers will move to 19-6, 9-3 in conference play. Again, 9 wins in a row. Now improved to 6-5 on the road, trying to keep pace with Utah Valley for first place.
And despite the bigger lineup that SUU trotted out, one of the telling differences in this game is the points in the paint, where the Lancers really dominated that one. 44 points in the paint to Southern Utah's 28.
10 on the shot clock for the Lancers as Mueller dribbles at the top of the key. Now drives right, stops just inside the elbow, floater up and in. And The officials stopped the play for one reason or another. I think Rick Croy doesn't want to leave with a timeout, and he calls another one to get some substitutions. Nope, they don't award him the timeout or substitution, so we just wanted to make sure we still had whistles, and we do.
Just testing them out.
Under a minute to go now here in the ball game. Isaiah Cottrell, right corner triple. Why not for Isaiah Cottrell, adding to his career high now with 24 points, 4 triples, more than he had made all season coming into the game.
And if you're SU, you got to wonder after a game like this, do you try and utilize that more into your offense, use him as a bit of a pick and pop shooter? I know he's so good in the paint, but if he's going to shoot like this, definitely utilize that.
And if you talk to Isaiah Cottrell at any point this season, he would say his three-point shooting has been uncharacteristic all season as Southern Utah forces a turnover. 21 seconds left in the ball game. But it's the keeping that confidence to come into a game like tonight and take 5 3-pointers. You hit 4 of them, and that always helps you shoot the next one. But to have the confidence to continue shooting that's something the Thunderbirds need going throughout the rest of the season and into the WAC tournament.
Yeah, he's playing like an NBA stretch 5, and it provides so many advantages where you can just stretch their rim protector out of the paint to guard him on the 3-point line. It allows him to use his speed and physicality on a drive.
Zeppelin kid gets fouled away from the basketball with 5 seconds left. So free throws coming for the freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. Can't get the friendly roll on the first, but hasn't got a ton of playing time this year for Southern Utah. Has to be, though, first team all-name team in the college or in the nation.
I mean, it'd be hard to argue anyone else. I mean, what a name.
As the Lancers get the rebound off the missed free throw and dribble the clock out. So the Lancers win 9 in a row over Southern Utah here tonight, 83-66, as the Thunderbirds fall for the second straight time here at home. They head on a 3-game road trip. We'll recap this one and look ahead to the matchup on Saturday after this with the Cafe Sabor post-game wrap-up show. You're listening to Thunderbird Basketball on Thunder 91. Brought to you by Van Wagner from the Levitt Group and Auto Owners Insurance broadcast booth, presented by Intermountain Health. We'll have the post-game show after this.
Launch your career with SUU's professional sales program. Stand out in today's job market with hands-on experience and real-world results. Learn to sell yourself, your ideas, and your business. Master sales, management, and entrepreneurship. Connect with industry leaders through competitions, networking, and internships. Land high-paying careers after graduation. Whether starting your own business or climbing the corporate ladder, sales skills are your secret weapon. Partner with SUU. Hire the best. Be the best on campus at Southern Utah University.
Southern Utah University football fans, this one's for you. With 3 convenient Iron County locations and over 20,000 5-star reviews, Burt Brothers is your hometown team for auto care. From unbeatable tire deals to trusted service packages, we've got you covered start to finish. Because at Burt Brothers, there's only one promise: we do it better.
Burt Brothers does it better.
The AFEC, where we get the post-game show brought to you by Cafe Sabor started. Tonight's post-game show brought to you by Cafe Sabor, proud supporter of Southern Utah Athletics. Join us at Cafe Sabor in Cedar City for the Thunderbird Coaches Show, where you'll hear from coaches across Southern Utah Athletics while enjoying great food and conversation. Keep an eye on Southern Utah Athletics social media for show times. Dallin Richards, Tegan Lewis alongside me, bringing you Thunderbird basketball on Thunder 91 tonight, as it's time for the final score, brought to you by Rally Stop. Whether you need to fuel up your tank, grab a snack, or stock up on drinks for the road, Rally Stop convenience stores have you covered across Southern Utah. Rally Stop, your final stop before the road ahead. The final score, 83-66 tonight for the Lancers over the Thunderbirds, and it was really a tight game from start to finish. Southern Utah just couldn't quite get over the hump there in the second half to make a comeback.
Yeah, the Lancers did a really good job of going on little runs following following every run that Southern Utah went on, and Southern Utah could never really eat into that deficit more than to about 7 or 8 points.
As it's now time for our it's now time for our player of the game, sponsored by Bullock Drug. More than just a pharmacy, Bullock's is your downtown stop for handcrafted sodas, old-fashioned candy, and all your prescription needs. Bullock Drug, a Cedar City tradition and proud partner of SU Athletics. Tegan, who is the player of the game tonight?
Very easy choice here. It's Isaiah Cottrell. He had 24 points, 9 of 12 from the field, and 4 of 5 from 3. He had a great night.
As we get Logan Stevens coming up in as well with us, as he's your Firehouse sub of the game tonight. And we'll give him a second to get his headset on here. After Isaiah Cottrell, 24 points to lead the Thunderbirds. Logan Stevens, thanks for joining us. Came off the bench, haven't played a ton of minutes throughout the season. What were you able to do tonight to provide that spark?
Just make sure I'm ready at all times, be there for my teammates. Just do everything I can to help contribute to winning basketball.
And you had those 6 points. You got to the free throw line 6 times there in the second half. What were you seeing from the Lancers defensively that allowed you to get to the line?
It's just something I try to focus on. Pride myself on getting to the line. They weren't really switching much. They were playing aggressive, so just trying to take advantage of that and get to my spots when I can.
Defensively in the second half there, you guys switched to that full court zone trap defense. What led to that switch, and what do you think was effective when you guys switched over to that?
I'm just trying to speed them up. We were down sort of late in the game. Just trying to speed them up, get some more possessions, get the ball back as fast as we could. We didn't have much success with it, but we were able to slow them down a little bit and gain our breath and set up offensive possessions.
Lastly, Isaiah Cottrell led you guys with 24 points. Before the game tonight, did you think he was going to go 4 for 5 from 3?
Yeah, we always believe in the big fella to shoot it. He shoots every day in practice. Sometimes they don't drop in the game, but we expect him to make it, and he's going to keep letting them fly.
Well, thanks for joining us, Logan. As California Baptist got the win 83-66 over Southern Utah. This broadcast has been authorized under rights granted by Southern Utah University to Van Wagner. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without express written consent of Van Wagner and Southern Utah University Athletics. The executive producer of SU basketball broadcast is Funaki Assisi. Special thanks to the SU Athletic Office, Regan Hunsaker, and stream operator Rob Bursey, along with the students he was training tonight, and the radio side studio operations by Van Wagner and the SU Communications Department. For my color analyst, Tegan Lewis, I'm Dallin Richards. Tune in for Southern Utah men's basketball after their road trip, going first to UT Arlington. Their next home matchup will be on February 28th when that team from down south comes back up to the AFEC with a 6:30 tip-off pregame show at 6 p.m. Ryan Steinekirk will be back for that one. You've been listening to Thunderbird Basketball live on Thunder 91.